Hello, and welcome to what we think is episode 6 of the Divided by Werewolf show. I'm here, I'm in the green ship. Mitch is in the blue SR-71 X-Men looking ship in the back.
That's right.
And
Cyclops.
that's right, we are going to try to play Iron Banner in Destiny tonight. For those of you who don't play Destiny, Iron Banner is I guess it's a mode you would call it, of Crucible. They only do it like a week at a time. Normally in the competitive, everybody's normalized, so if you're like a level 1 dude, and you're going up against a level, 355, they normalize weapons and all that shit. But Iron Banner, it is not, hence the iron part. So, strong people are strong, weak people like us are weak. But, the drops are supposed to be really, really good, and we're both trying to get to 365, so we can be raid ready. So, we are going to give it a whirl. Rise of Iron, Supremacy. The other thing is that, so Supremacy is a game mode where it's not enough just to kill somebody, you have to take their crest, and then you get points for that, and then you can also deny the other team crests by picking up the crests of your fallen comrades. So that's what you and I are going to do. I think that should be our goal, because we're not going to be very good, particularly compared to other people. I think we should just run crests. Just pick them up and maybe try to get some assists. Just generally try not to bring our team down. Although I do feel like we should just probably send a message to the other 4 members on our team and issue just a basic apology. I would have to think, though, that they would expect there are a lot of people trying to get drops.
Sure. I'm anticipating a lot of that message where it says recalculating teams for more even split, because generally that happens when one team is getting their asses kicked by another, like they break the teams up. So I'm looking forward to a lot of that tonight.
Yeah. I mean, the reality is, though, the guides, they all say one of the best ways to get drops is to do Iron Banner. So I don't think it's... man. If this was like midway through year 3 and Destiny 2 was still 6 months out and the polish of Rise of Iron had worn off, I could see it more just being people who are actually good at it. But now, first weekend, folks still getting ready to do the raid, they got to expect it. Sure. But we have a lot to talk about tonight. We have Luke Cage. We want to talk about that. We want to talk about Ash vs. Evil Dead, the season premiere, season 2, and The Exorcist, the new TV show based off of the hit movie.
The hit comedy.
So that's what I would like to get into first. Is you a couple episodes ago said that you consider The Exorcist to be a comedy. So I need you to explain that.
Well, so here's the thing. I had only ever seen The Exorcist edited for television.
Oh, well, that makes a huge difference then, doesn't it?
Right. I had only ever seen it edited for television until that re-release in like 01 maybe.
Yeah.
Where it came back out in theaters, and so I was like, oh shit, this is the scariest thing ever. We're gonna go watch. Like I told my roommate, I'm like, we're gonna go see this. It's the scariest thing ever, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited because this movie always terrifies me when it comes on TV. Like I was scared shitless, right? So I was like, we're gonna go see it in the theater. And Binky, we laughed. I mean, till our faces hurt. And we actually angered the other people who were in the theater watching. Like this one lady in front of us actually turned around and was like, "Is it really that funny?"
Really?
And I was like, "Did you hear what she just said?" Yeah,
she said your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah, it's that funny. Like, did you not hear that? Like, I was dying. Oh, it ruined it for me.
I actually saw... I have a different story, because I saw that. I went to that revival, and I saw The Exorcist in Georgetown, which is where they filmed the scene with the steps. So the steps for The Exorcist are in Georgetown, and that's where the movie takes place. Oh shit, I have no idea what team I'm on. I'm just like getting killed.
Shoot the guys with the red names above their head. That's all I can tell you.
Okay. Well, I basically just gave them a crest. I denied them a crest earlier, though. I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, I did. I picked up one and denied one, so I'm doing well.
Yes, me too. Okay, so anyway, at the time, I was living in Virginia with the missus, and my best friend was living there too, and he got the idea. He's like, hey, we should go to see The Exorcist downtown in Georgetown, and then we should go to the steps. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that'll be... But and we were, it was one of those things where it was like, yeah, sure, why not? That seems cool. We go to the movie, and I remember seeing the movie because somebody left their ringer on. And when the phone on their ringer on their phone went on, the guy goes, "It's in the movie." Now this movie was made, so like his phone's like doopty 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 doo. It's like, do you not see the giant fucking rotary dial phone on this woman's like table? That is not from the goddamn movie. Like, we ain't stupid. Look at all these people running past these crests. Don't they know what the purpose of this goddamn game is? Anyway,
they don't.
Sorry.
They do not.
Well, that's why we're in the lead, big time.
I just got. Oh shit! I got killed.
I don't care. I mean, I'm picking up crests.
We're
I don't
tied
think I'm
for last place.
That's fine though. I was just gonna say I am not in last place.
No, I am.
Hey, I just picked up a crest. I'm good. It's all good. 6 and 6, baby. Who cares? Anyway, so we see the movie, and the movie was freaky, as I expected it to be. I'd already seen it before. And we're like, yeah, let's go to the steps. We're like, yeah, cool, it'll be so much fun. And we're joking on the way to the steps, and we're like, stupid steps, whatever. And then we were like, okay, this is terrifying. Like this is legit. I am legitimately scared out of my mind right now. Because it got, like, really quiet, and there was no... you would have thought that because we saw it in Georgetown, that more people would have gone to, Back from the Dead, bitches! Sorry, you would have thought that more people would have had the same idea, because, hey, it's Georgetown. It's, that's where it takes place. They did not. So as a result, crest. We were the only ones there, and it got quiet. And then, the wind blew and the leaves rustled, and there's 3 of us. There's 4 of us. It was me, Dennis, Dennis's wife / girlfriend, Kathy. Well, he married her later, and then her brother Jay. And we all at the same time were like, we need to get the fuck out of here. Like legitimately scared for our souls. We need to get the fuck out of here. And, so the movie, not so scary. The steps afterwards, terrifying. That is the most terrifying. The most terrifying movie I've ever seen is 20 minutes after seeing The Exorcist in Georgetown.
Yeah, that would have been fun for me. But me and Gene, we ruined that movie for a whole theater full of people. Yeah. We were in tears laughing.
Well, it is funny when she says those things. I mean, it is hilarious.
But yeah, I wish I could have gone to the steps after, because I probably would have had a very similar experience. And I love the movie. Don't get me wrong. Like I still feel like it stands up today. But
it does, absolutely.
It is not the scariest movie of all time for me.
No, I wouldn't say that either. But that's a good segue though then into the TV show, because I knew that they were making a show, but I was like, yeah, The Exorcist, I'll watch it. At this point, I'll watch pretty much anything. So I'll give it a try. Yeah. So how many episodes have you seen?
Just the first one. I've only seen the pilot, I guess.
I was surprised that Gina Davis was in this.
Oh man.
And Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes. Loved Cameron.
I was like, wow, are those Thelma and Louise residuals? They're not paying off anymore. I mean, I know that TV is the new Hollywood, but that surprised me. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
I hate to be mean here. I don't want to be mean. Shit happens. But yeah, I thought that. I was like, I don't even want to say it. I honestly thought, I was like, look at you in second place. Good God, I'm bringing up the rear. You're in second place, dude. I'm
No
in dead
way.
last, as we expected. Yeah, you're Mr. Destiny tonight.
I'm quitting after this match. I would like to announce.
No.
I would like to announce my retirement from the world of Destiny.
Mr. Iron Banner here. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so
holy shit! Look at that. Yeah, but look at that. No, but that's the guy in first place has 57 points. I have 18. That's
right.
hardly.
Well, that's fine. That's second place still.
Hell yeah,
second place.
I'm tied for second. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
But anyway, I like Gina Davis. I've seen her in many things over the years. I've never thought she was like this like classic beauty that so many people always seem to think she is. Like I've never thought that about her.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever plastic surgery that she's had.
Oh yeah.
She was the scariest part of the show for me, man. I hate to be mean, but good God.
No, I do. I agree with you that I think that unfortunately women are not allowed to age gracefully in Hollywood, and as a result, you do end up with situations like that. God damn it! We are gonna. I guess we're not gonna lose. I'm no longer in second place. Gable, yeah.
Hey, we won though. Get some. Would not have guessed that.
We need to return to a freet in the.
Yeah, we're over. That's it.
Okay. Well, we need to go back to the tower anyway. At least I do. Anyway, so I didn't know anything about the show. I didn't know who was in it. I just knew that it was The Exorcist. What did you, based on what you knew about it so far? Really, a mode of light? Are you fucking kidding me?
I got 340 boots.
Some dude got a 378 ghost shell.
378. So my boots are pointless.
Holy shit! God damn, right, Whiskey River.
If you want to go to the tower, we need to back out of here.
Yeah. Okay, so what did you think of the pilot?
Well, I can say this, and I actually tweeted this too, but had I not seen Outcast first, I think I would have liked it a lot better.
Yes.
Because it just felt to me like, oh, somebody at Fox knows what Outcast is, and was like, what can we use to make a similar show? Because it felt just like Outcast, only not quite as good.
I would agree. So the basic plot of the pilot is that there's a young Latino priest in I think they're in Chicago, and Gina Davis is she's got 2 teenage daughters. Her husband Cameron is starting to basically go through like early onset dementia. One of the daughters, we know she had been in like a car accident or something. We think maybe one of her friends died or something. She's kind of in a funk. The other daughter's fairly peppy, and Gina Davis comes to the priest to say essentially, hey, I think there's something in the house. Now at the same time, the young priest is having visions of an older British priest giving an exorcism to a young boy in Mexico City. That does not go well. So he goes to see the older priest, and the older priest is basically like, go live your life, pretend you never saw this, you're out of your depth, just forget anything you saw. And it kind of ends with the older priest going up into the attic to investigate some sounds, and he sees some nasty stuff. And I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I agree with you. When I was watching it, I was like, okay, this is kind of an Outcast vibe to it, but it's just not as good as Outcast.
Right. And see, I don't know if that's because like the Kirkman thing and like the writing's just not there, or if it's because it's not on Cinemax, it's on Fox, there's only so much they can do. Like I don't know what it is, but it's just like Outcast light. Sort of.
Well, certainly the fact that it's on network TV is going to make a difference. And I think the fact that we just watched a really good show about demonic possession doesn't help.
Right.
I mean, and when it comes to demonic possession, I mean, you are kind of, not to say that you're limited, but typically right off the bat, you're going to hit the familiar tropes. And because this is an Exorcist show, and it's actually called The Exorcist, you're going to see some exorcisms. Right. Even if they didn't go very well. The young boy, spoiler alert, the young boy in Mexico City, things did not go great for him. And so I think that's just kind of natural to just kind of make those comparisons. I don't think it's a bad show. I actually thought it was better than I expected it to be. It definitely made me want to watch it more. But one of the things that I was surprised by, particularly at the end when they showed here's what's coming in the upcoming season, the way they presented the upcoming season, I was like, well, this is basically Supernatural, only it's two priests instead of two brothers.
Yeah.
But because that's what they made it look like. Okay, young priest, old priest, we're going to team up. We're going to go fight demons together. Which again leads kind of a comparison to Outcast in that it's not just. I mean, there's the old creepy, satanic-looking guy that I'm not clear as to whether or not he's presenting himself to everybody or just the one teenage daughter. If you haven't watched the second episode, there's a time she's at a lacrosse game or field hockey game, no lacrosse, and she sees him on the stands, and it's unclear as to whether or not anybody else can see him.
Gotcha.
All right, we'll pop to Orbit. You want to do another round?
Sure.
But I was really so I was kind of surprised that they were going to do like, hey, these two guys are going to team up, and this whole thing that's not just a bunch of unrelated possessions. There's actually kind of an overarching plan as far as the demons are concerned. And obviously that really kind of bothered me because, for one, I feel like Supernatural's got that shit on lock. But also, they just did it in Outcast. And I was talking to my wife about it, and I said, here you have the opportunity. There's no reason why you couldn't make this show like an anthology, like they do with American Horror Story or American Crime or American Crime Story or Horror Crime Story, whatever the fuck they're all called nowadays, where you could do 13 episodes and just say, this is a family, this is a person, they get possessed, here's what happens, go. And just make that a season. And then the next season, even if you want to reuse the same actors, put them into that type of thing. That, to me, would be a lot more interesting than just young priest questions his faith with the old priest and they fight demons together.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, if you watch the... if this is based off of the Exorcist movies, then it honestly really doesn't fit the tone of like the movies or anything. They're always the movies are always about basically this one entity. I mean, more or less. And it's like, well, I kind of wanted the show to be that way. Like I don't want it to be a carbon copy of the movies. But if that's the lore that's been presented, then I don't know why we have to copy Outcast and Supernatural to an extent in order to make this show. Right.
And I mean, it'll be interesting to see how much time they spend with this family. If it is maybe just one entity that then is kind of branching out, kind of more locally, I guess would be the right way to say. But it keeps coming back to this family, or if this is just like the catalyst and they're going to move on to other things.
Right. And the other thing is, like, how long does this show run? Like, I don't know.
I
feel like this season is probably going to be entertaining enough, but I don't see this going for very long.
I often think that when I watch shows, and anything that really isn't a procedural, I always think to myself, how long, with the premise that they've established, how long can this show go? Now, Supernatural has done, I think, a pretty good job of maintaining quality with a pretty basic but it's because their premise is not specific. It's two brothers hunt monsters. That's basically it. But for something like The Exorcist, where you're like, okay, well, all you're doing is just like exorcising demons, then to me, I would think, like you're saying, there would be kind of a natural limit to things.
Right.
Oh shit. That was bad. I ran right into a bomb. Anyway. Alright, here we go. But I think of that too. I was just kind of like, is this a full series? Is this a, what exactly is the episode order for this show? What are their plans for it? Because I really don't think the 22-23 model, episode season model fits for all of these shows. And I wish network TV would realize that and just resist the urge to say, well, this is how we've always done it, so this is how we need to do it. Because you really don't. Mowing down MCs like a mowing the lawn.
God, Jesus.
He can't help you now. Okay, so, gosh darn, I just got shotgun. So, speaking of demons, that's a good segue to the season premiere, season 2 of Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Yes.
I loved it.
Really?
Oh my god, I love it. Absolutely. I love the fact that they keep doubling down on how dumb Ash is.
Yeah.
And I can understand maybe why some people wouldn't like that, but I just think that's awesome. Like, the fact that, like, there's something about the fact that he was like, I just want to go to Jacksonville. It's not even like Miami. It's not even like...
Right.
Like, it's not like a great place in Florida, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, I just want to open kegs in this bar in Jacksonville. And he's disappointed that he can't make that happen. So did you not like it, based on what you're saying?
I like the show. I want to love it, and I just don't. And
really?
It bugs me to know. I
love that
show. It bugs me to no end. You know, I want to so bad.
What, if might I ask, do you feel is preventing you from loving it?
Well, it's Bruce Campbell.
Really?
Yeah.
God,
man. I like that dude, but I liked him when he didn't know that he was famous, or he didn't know what people loved about Ash. Like, I just don't know, man. He's so, like, he's too self-aware for me at this point. You know, I liked it when he was like, you know, everybody loved Ash because of how dumb he was, but Bruce Campbell didn't know he was dumb. Like, he thought he was, like, doing a great job acting or something. Like, I don't know, man. Like, the one-liners and all that worked so much better for me in Evil Dead 2 than they do now. You know, it was so much more charming then to me. Or I don't know what the word is, but it's just, I don't know.
Well, I definitely think in this show they have amped things up. Like, I mean, if you kind of look, there's kind of a progression from, you know, Evil Dead to what was the third movie?
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness. And this is like, if you kind of were to draw those on a curve in terms of like the camp and him being the ashness of it all. You know, this is, I feel like, the kind of the logical progression of that curve.
I agree. I think it's just a little too much. Like, I agree with that. I do. But I just think he went a little too far with it.
Right.
For me.
Yeah, I you know, for me, it's definitely something that I really enjoy. And I love it, and I think it's because it is kind of that thing amped up. You know, it's got the you know, just even the blood and the gore, like the Sam Raimi-ishness of it is I feel like it's really hopped up well. I love the sidekicks there. And it could be because, you know, I don't know if you ever watched Burn Notice. I watched every season of Burn Notice, and he was on that show, and he wasn't Ash. So I was like, you know, to a certain degree, I was like, well, I kind of want that. I want Ash. Even if, you know, maybe I just fucking knocked that dude in the
you just
face.
Saved my life, dude.
Oh, did I really?
Oh, my God. Yes. That dude was getting ready to eat my lunch, man.
Glad to be of service. So I mean, I don't know. I really like it. But I like dumb things.
Yeah, well, no, I do too. And I'll say this: I did like, I liked this season premiere more than I did the first one.
The first season premiere, or the first season?
Yeah, I'm the first season, like the first episode. I was like, because I was like expecting, I think maybe more of a traditional Evil Dead versus.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Army of Darkness, only sillier, which is exactly what I think this is.
Right.
So knowing what to expect. I think that Season 2 had a stronger premiere for me than Season 1 did, and I'm looking forward to the rest of it. Don't get me wrong, I've only seen one episode, so I can't judge the show yet.
Right.
God damn it. I mean, it's
now,
fine,
I love the addition of Lucy Lawless. I've always loved her, especially, I don't know, did you watch Spartacus?
No.
That's a great show. Oh my god, that show is so good. But she was really good. on that.
That's another one of those things I feel like is just not in my wheelhouse, so I never really gave it a shot.
I don't really care about that stuff either, but I gotta tell you, man, the series finale, I actually was like crying in the tearing up in the closing credits when they were showing like all of the, because so when Spartacus started, the guy who played Spartacus, I think his name was Andy Whitfield, he actually got blood cancer and he passed away after, I want to say, the second season. And this guy named Liam McIntyre, who plays Weather Wizard on The Flash, he took over. And at first you're just like, I'm not sure about this guy, but then he just like completely owns the role. And so, and Manu Bennett, who played Deathstroke from Arrow, he was in it. He was fantastic. There's a lot of actually really good actors and actresses in that show. And during the final credits, they show them all. And it's just a really long credit season. They show Liam McIntyre, they show Andy Whitfield, and I was like, bawling at work watching this stupid fucking thing. But anyway, it's a good show. It's well worth it if you, yeah, that's right, motherfucker. That dude did not just take my crest.
Always stealing my crest, man.
That motherfucker just stole, you know what? It's all team. It's all team. I
gotta work hard for these kills though, man. These son of bitches are stealing my shit.
Just get assists, baby. Just get assists. Oh shit, there's
how I do it. I'm changing my gamer tag to Mr. Assist.
I just denied somebody they crest. Anyway, so I think adding Lucy Lawless to the show was a nice mix, and especially because now she's just kind of, it's as much as I hate the trope, it's almost like she's the harried housewife, like she's like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm stuck with this idiot.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, well, that's interesting. That I would have thought that would be, that you would have really enjoyed it. But I can understand, kind of where you're coming from. So we'll see how the rest. What's wrong? Somebody's still stealing your crest?
Somebody got away. God, he's gonna kill me too. God damn it! Oh, that sucks so bad. I was chasing this guy forever, and he had no shields, but he kept going like ways I didn't expect him to, and he fucking killed me. God damn it. Anyway, like I said, it sounds negative. It's not. Like, I like the show. I enjoyed the first season. I love Evil Dead 1 and 2 so much, and like Army of Darkness, it's a good movie, but
I haven't seen Army of Darkness in a really long time, to be honest.
It does not hold up, and it's such a different movie, man, and it's so disappointing. If you were to watch like all three together, you're just like, oh god, what do they do?
Only 1 minute left.
Only 1 minute left. Get them crests, baby. Get them crests, yo.
Them crests, son. We're up by 3.
Call me the dentist, bitch. I'm picking up crests.
Right.
Sorry, my trash talk is not very good. I rarely have a reason to use it.
Your trash talk is the best. Don't kid yourself. Don't sell yourself short, man.
Oh shit! I just tapped one of my teammates in the ass. Like, good job, man.
There you go. That's how we do it. It's all positive. I'm shooting at our own team here.
Well, now we need to just fucking run away.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because if they come in,
it's like I'm playing Overwatch. I just wasted the shit out of my ult, but whatever.
Well, we got 13. There's 20 seconds left, and we're down by 13. So no, at this point, man.
I thought we were winning.
No, sorry, we're up by. But I'm saying, just run away, man. Don't even.
I just got killed trying to run. That's fine. We're still up by 11, so we're good. The rest of our team is good, so it doesn't matter.
I just got the Avenger banner.
Yay!
Legendary marks and a Crucible Unstoppable in the record book. Oh yeah, baby. So I have Evil Dead 2. I do not have Evil Dead. Wait, do I have Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2? I don't know, it doesn't matter.
Well, if you're gonna watch just one, watch Evil Dead 2. That's to me where the oh shit, son.
Oh, I got an emblem.
363 Ghost.
Oh, yay for you. 383 fucking gauntlets, 381. Can you infuse stuff that is for the wrong class?
Yes.
Goddamn you, Guadalupe.
My warlock and my titan thank my hunter mightily for his work.
Well, all right. So that brings us then to Luke Cage, the new Netflix Marvel Universe, whatever the hell you want to call it. So how many episodes have you watched?
4. I've seen 4 now.
Okay. I have seen 7, and I gotta tell you, man, they just fucking get better and better.
Yeah. I'm
yes.
From 1 to 4, I absolutely agree with that.
I
can
feel
only
like
imagine how 7 is.
I mean, it is that first episode, it is a slow burn when you consider that you don't really know much about what Luke Cage is capable of doing until literally the last, minute and a half?
Yeah.
It is a slow burn, but kind of once they get established, it's just so good. It's just so good. So, how familiar are you with him as a comic book character? Because I don't know jack shit about Luke Cage prior to this.
I have. So, he was not around when I started reading.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of those characters that would show up occasionally when a writer had like a nostalgia boner for him and would throw him into a story. And I would be like, oh, that guy, and I didn't know him that well.
That guy with the headband.
It's that guy with the headband, the chain belt. I like the chain belt.
Oh, that's right. And, I forgot about the chain belt.
And he had the Punisher pixie boots, and I was like, all right, that guy. But disco pirate guy. I love that guy. You know it. Yeah, exactly. So, but all I knew about him was like he was really strong and like basically he's bulletproof and all this. I knew that his homie was cool as shit.
Oh, Danny Rand?
Me some Iron Fist. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Baby.
Love me some Iron Fist. So, but that's all I knew. Like I knew he was basically.
Oh shit! I got 361 armor for turning in a bounty.
Hell yeah!
And a 360 artifact. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that was it. I'm just saying, like, I basically, I knew who he was via reading Spider-Man and, shit that, like I said, if the writer had a boner for him from when the writer was younger, he'd throw him in a story. But, they didn't do much to flesh him out. They were like, they just kind of assumed you loved him as much as they did.
Right.
And they still do that to this day, these writers that bring these obscure characters in. They're like, hey, I love this guy. Let's make him an Avenger. And I'm like, yeah. Who the fuck is he?
Sure. Well, so if you've watched episode 4 then you watched his origin episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's interesting to me that they changed where he's from. Unless later on in the series they changed that, but the original Luke Cage was from Harlem. And the Luke Cage in the Marvel show, he's saying he's from Savannah. We know he went to jail in Georgia, but the Luke Cage in the comics did as well. But Luke Cage was born and raised in Harlem. He did some petty crime type of stuff. He ended up getting framed for a crime he didn't commit. He went to jail. While he was in jail, I guess his brother died or something. And in terms of same thing. He underwent experiments and got super strong and da 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 da. In the Marvel, I love the Marvel Universe way of we're gonna put them in a tank. We're going to make them hurt, and then they're going to come out and have superpowers. It's like,
so,
okay.
So people love Deadpool. Let's do that again.
Well, it's people love Deadpool, Wolverine, Captain America. At this point, it's just, our way of making powers is to put them in a tank with some goo, run some electricity through them, and then...
Explosion.
Oh my god, it went wrong! Finally, a kill. Jesus Christ.
Their dignity is yours.
I'm getting kills, I'm just not picking up the orbs. Oh, you motherfucker, and I don't get an orb. God damn it. Oh well, anyway. I'm in first place, though! Look at that! Everybody watch! Everybody look! God damn it, you just went ahead of me. God damn it, as soon as I call it out, you go ahead of me.
This is how we do it. I'm gonna Lamont Jordan that ass.
He's just stealing my orbs, that's what it is.
Give me the loot, give me the loot. Sorry, I had to go Biggie Smalls on you. Anyway, so speaking of Biggie Smalls, actually more importantly, Wu-Tang Clan, the music in this show is just so fucking good. So every episode of the show is named after a Gang Starr song, for one. But then also, I mean, so Cottonmouth, who's the main bad guy, he's got a club in Harlem, and the musicians don't. No, man, you gotta stop. That's right. Get that crest back, motherfucker. Damn right. Good job, Bones. Good job. That was my crest. You killed the guy. You redeemed me. But the musicians that Cottonmouth has in his club, like Raphael Sadiq, and there was this one rapper at the beginning of, I think it was episode 3, and I looked, Jadani, something like that. That dude was on. His shit was on point. Unfortunately, it looks like he just has singles. He doesn't have an album out. Fuck you. Hell yeah.
There he is.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm so excited about getting crests from all over the place. Okay, sorry. So, let's get back to the original point. The reason they changed, I think the reason they changed his origin, to make him so that he wasn't from Harlem, was to just kind of further establish him feeling like an outsider. He's real big on this idea. At first, he's very reluctant because he broke out of jail and is hiding his identity. He's very reluctant to help out. But at the same time, he feels a responsibility to the people of Harlem, particularly because he feels like, maybe people are dying because of what I'm doing. But he feels a responsibility to help out. And I think that if they had made him from Harlem in the beginning, he wouldn't have that reluctance. Particularly, if his brother had died, he might, feel like he wanted to stop other people from maybe having the same thing happen to them. But at the same time, I'm not a big fan of it because I think that him, kind of being from the area is really important to,
absolutely.
The lore of the character, so to speak.
Yeah. Second place. Oh, we're first and second. Sorry.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I am not. We're first and second by a fucking minute too, and we're winning the match. So
yeah, I just got killed. God damn! Look at that. And Fuego.
Right.
So I was surprised that they did that. And I also did you watch Jessica Jones?
I mentioned that, and I feel like I should have it because I know the two tie together apparently more closely than I realized.
Yeah,
I did not.
All right, so I'm not a big fan. All right, so in a nutshell, Jessica Jones. Are you going to watch it? Because I don't want to spoil things for you.
Nah, go ahead. I'm not going to watch it.
Okay.
I should, but I'm not.
The main premise of Jessica Jones is that she's got powers. She's a private investigator. She's also a reluctant hero, but she was under mind control from Kilgrave, otherwise known. The Purple Man.
The Purple Man.
And while she was under the control of Kilgrave, she actually killed Luke Cage's wife.
Oh, okay.
And you don't know that that's what happened. All you know is that she's kind of stalking Luke Cage, but you don't know why. And she doesn't know that he has powers. And then come to find out that she killed his wife while under Kilgrave's influence. God damn it, motherfucker. Damn right. Sorry. No, this guy killed me. I resurrected. I had to punch him in the face like 6 times before it finally went down. And I was not a big fan. I was not a big fan of that. I was just like, what are the odds that you kill this guy's wife and that he also just happens to have superpowers? Yeah. Now, I think the reason they added him in was because in the Alias comics, she had a romantic relationship with Luke Cage, and I don't have a problem with that. Obviously, it's just this notion of, what a coincidence that you just happen to kill the wife of a guy that is conveniently superpowered.
Right.
And then so he gets put under Kilgrave's mind control powers as well, and he blows up his own bar, which then just kind of further, I think, makes him feel like, well, shit, I just need to go hide somewhere. And so that's why he comes to Harlem, is because Pop is his wife's, I don't know if it was his dad or who it was, but so he was his wife's family. Gotcha. And that's why he's in Harlem.
He mentioned that in the episode that I watched here, like I think one of the ones I watched today. I watched 2 today. And he mentioned, like, it was my wife's family.
Yeah.
After what happened to Pop happened.
Right. Which, we all saw that coming, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Good God. It's like from a mile away, yeah.
God damn it, I'm just running towards these people, and they're just picking up crests like crazy.
Yeah, we were doing well, but now they're starting to catch up.
Well, I think we're funneling in towards them. No, God. Get that crest, get that crest. God damn it.
Lost the lead.
How'd we lose the lead? Son of a bitch.
Oh shit. It's not our fault, judging by the scoreboard. Just saying.
Their glory goes to you.
Alright, I gotta kill and a crest.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. Apparently, if I pop my super as a sunsinger or a gunslinger, sorry, if I get stuck in a fucking what do you call it when they trap you? The purple hunter. Anyway, if I get stuck in that, it cancels out my golden gun. So that's not fair.
That is not fair. Let's get this shit back. Good job.
Back in
getting
action.
That crest.
You know how I do it.
So one of the things I love about the show is just that there's no white people. Like,
yeah.
I don't mean to joke about that, but it is so rare to have a show in which the setting and the casting work together as well as they do. Because the reality is, if you're going to have a show that's set in Harlem, you are going to have a cast that is predominantly not white. Right. It should be predominantly black, and then, the people who aren't black should probably be Latino.
Or assholes. Exactly.
Right. Or hipsters. No, well, that's more Williamsburg, Brooklyn, whatever.
No, I'm just saying, like the warden and stuff. Like, yeah, exactly. Those are the characters I want to be white in the fucking Luke Cage show. Like, I don't know what everybody's problem is.
I don't either. Honestly, I don't. Like, this whole idea of people going, well, I'm uncomfortable because there's no white people. Man, you know how long I've seen fucking white people on TV? It is boring. Right. Like, do you watch Atlanta, the TV show?
No. You talked about it last week, and I want to, but I just haven't.
It is one of the best shows on TV right now. Do you watch Blackish?
Yeah, you said so. No, I don't watch that. I don't like Anthony Anderson.
Oh my... Okay. How can you not like Anthony Anderson? I love Anthony Anderson. But that show, Blackish, is fantastic. It is a great show, and I think there's Fresh Off the Boat. Do you watch that?
No.
Also a great show.
I don't have cable, dude. So
that's network. That's network.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have a lot. I don't watch a lot of TV.
I just saved that crest. What? No, I got that crest before that guy fucking killed me. That ain't right.
Bullshit. Kill space. Thank you. Ooh, I got a medallion of iron. I like that. I don't know what it means, but I like it. I'm gonna use it.
We lost. No.
Damn it. Well, it's not our fault.
We were doing really well too.
Yeah, the scoreboard's gonna show that it was not our fault.
That is gonna show that. Absolutely. But anyway, so there's a lot of really good shows on TV right now that are oh, give it to me, 359 auto rifle.
You ass! I want that auto rifle so bad, and I get a goddamn shader.
But you got a shader.
I don't want that.
Haters gonna hate. Shader's gonna shade.
Yeah, they are. I'm throwing. They're throwing shade at me, so I'm throwing shade at you.
So there's a lot of really good shows on right now that are predominantly not white people.
Right.
And I think too, it's not just necessarily the casting, it's the fact that the stories that they're able to tell just give a different perspective on life. And so one of the things that is so good about Luke Cage is just getting it's not just the casting, it's the way that everybody's written, it's the way that they weave the neighborhoods and everything into the show itself. And the fact that they managed to do that without him actually being from Harlem, I think is really impressive. I was kind of worried when the way they were talking about him at the beginning of the first episode, when you could tell he wasn't from there, that I was like, well, how is this going to work? But they still managed to do it really well.
Yeah, I agree. I also love the fact that, like, I love how the music and not just the licensed stuff, because, like, I got to the part where they played Bring the Ruckus today.
Yeah.
And it was awesome, but at the same time, it's like, okay, do we really have to edit it? I mean, I know, like, it seems like the one thing they won't say is fuck, and they go out of their way to not have fuck in the show, but they'll say anything else, and they're at a strip club, and I'm just like, I mean, really, what does Bring the Mother Ruckus even mean? Like, what is that? Why are you editing the Wu-Tang Clan? First of all, that just makes no sense. But I love because it feels like a modern day blaxploitation film, or like it's like,
but not exploitive.
Right. It's like he's like Shaft, but with superpowers.
But also, but yeah, I agree with you. But at the same time, like Shaft, kind of, you could tell that the way they kind of wrote that stuff was like playing up like a white person's idea of what a big black super pimp is, and it doesn't have that. You know what I mean? Like it has the
Supremacy.
So it's a good mix of the strong and the powerful and that type of thing without feeding into, you know, maybe what a white writer would expect like a strong, powerful black guy to be.
So it takes little like bits of the blaxploitation Shaft and Dolomite and all that, but it's intelligently written.
Yes.
And I love that. That is like probably my favorite thing about the show. Like that's, you know, even if I didn't give a shit about the character, and to be honest, I don't love Luke Cage. He's okay. I like Iron Fist much better, and it's not, you know, for any reason other than I just like the character better. But like I'd watch this show regardless. Like I just think I'm in like awe of this show.
Yeah. Well, one of the things, the guy who wrote it, he took an approach, I think he was a journalist, and he took an approach similar to the approach they took for The Wire. So, and I mean, you can tell, because The Wire was written by a guy that worked at, you know, he was a reporter, he's a crime reporter in Baltimore. So that is the reason why it feels as authentic as it does, is because this is a guy who put in work. He knows, like, the stories that these streets told, and like what happened to kids and what happened to, you know, drug dealers and cops and that type of thing. And you know, this story, or this show, to me has a similar feel to it in regards to kind of that, like, again, that street level view of things. I think that it makes a big difference. Man, I am getting all these fucking crests. Hell yeah, damn right. Pick them up. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. And then I just got murdered. Now, one of the things, and I'm going to use a word. It's not a word I use, so please don't. If anybody's watching this and you're offended, I totally understand, but I'm going to use it anyway. To use the word nigger in the show, I was really surprised at, simply because, like you said, they are not swearing.
Right.
But yet, it is so impactful the way that they use it, particularly at the very beginning. I mean, you do have times when other characters are referring, because it's a predominantly black class, so you do have characters referring to each other that way. But there's a scene where this young kid pulls a gun on Luke Cage, and he calls him a nigger. And he basically says, like, nigger, you ready to die? And the look on Mike Colton's face when he turns around and he says, does this look like a nigger in front of you? And I was like, holy shit. It ain't even about the fact that this guy is Luke Cage. Like, that has nothing to do with it. This has to do with the fact that you have a man in front of you who, by any by the uncommon use of the word, this guy is not, I mean, this is not what you would, you know what I mean? And not in terms of, like, how sometimes the word is used to refer to each other, not in the way that it's used good or bad. Like, this is not a dude that you're going to sit there and call nigger. Like, it's just not him. Nope. And just the disgust on his face, like, you're not going to call me that. And then to throw in the, do you see where I'm standing? Do you see the name, like, on the board in front of me, and you're going to call me that? And I just thought that was fantastic. And the reason, part of the reason I liked it so much is the very first episode of Atlanta, when Earn, who's played by Donald Glover, he goes to, he's managing his cousin.
You asshole.
So his cousin is this rapper, and he's managing him, and he's trying to get his cousin's mixtape played at a radio station. And he knows somebody who works, I'm just running and getting killed right now, I'm basically screwing our team over. He knows somebody who works at the radio station, so he goes to talk to him to basically say, hey, is there any way I can get this particular DJ to play this song? And the guy he knows is a white guy, and when he's talking to Ern, who's black, he's throwing all this, like, street slang on, and he calls him nigger. And he's like, oh, nigga, you know how shit is around here. And I was like, and the look on Ern's face is just like, did he just call me nigger? And I'm like, did he just call him nigger? Like, you can't do that. Like, first of all, dude, you're white. Second of all, you can't do that. That's not, no. And what's funny is that the guy continues to do it through the whole conversation.
You're not, bitch!
And then when the conversation ends later on, Ern is talking to his cousin and his friend, and the white guy shows up and he's like, go ahead and tell him the story you told me. And the guy's like, oh yeah, I was talking, you know, to the DJ, and you know, and I said, oh hey man, you can't do that, and so he doesn't say the word nigger in front of him because Ern is with his cousin, the rapper, and this other guy. And it was so funny, just the fact that it was like, you know, this guy's perfect. He thinks it's okay. He thinks he's fitting in, and he's saying something absolutely horrible. Like and what made it work is the guy knew that he shouldn't say it, but he felt that because he was friends with a black guy, that gave him license to say it.
Right.
And and later on, he sees a janitor who's black pushing a cart outside, and he says to the guy, does he ever call you nigger? And he goes, oh hell no. He's like, I'd break my foot off in his ass.
Yeah.
it just I don't know. It made me laugh.
You know, like I said, you know, you mentioned when you were talking about, you know, hey, this is, you know, what we were doing here. And you mentioned I'm from Alabama. It's amazing to me how many people just assume that I use that word and that
really?
you know, that's how. Yes. Oh my God, dude. I hate.
See, I wouldn't assume people from the South use it. I would assume
like, I hate to
racists use it. Like my dad will use it. Like that doesn't surprise me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but so many people just assume just because I live here, like I'm fine with it. Like white people, they assume I'm fine with that word. And I am the last person. Like,
I want to just put out there, like, I don't use the word. I'm not particularly comfortable in just using it how I just did. Just in and I don't feel like I do feel like sometimes when you're talking about it kind of in this particular context, it's not as bad. I mean, it's a horrible word. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
And if somebody was offended, I apologize 100%. I don't feel like I'm allowed to say it. I don't, you know, but I think in the context of kind of talking about it, I think it's somewhat okay. It reminds me of like Louis C.K. when he's like, look, when you say the N-word, he's like, you're making me say it. You're putting it in my head, and I have to complete the thought just because you don't want to say it. And so I'm always kind of mindful of that. Like, I would never use it any way other than just saying, oh my God, he said nigger. You know what I mean? Like, I remember when my wife and I, when we first got married, so on our honeymoon, we couldn't rent a car. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, kill that motherfucker. Get that clip.
Give me those
there
crabs,
it is.
There it is. Shit.
So we couldn't. We were so young when we got married that we couldn't rent a car. So we had to take the bus everywhere when we went to Disney World, right? So we're coming back from, I don't know what it was, Magic Kingdom, it doesn't matter. There was this young girl, probably 12, 13 years old. She was sitting behind us, and I remember because first she started coughing and sneezing, and she was sneezing all over the back of my wife's neck, and I was like, well, that ain't right. You shouldn't do that. Then she's talking to her mom or grandmother, and just without even thinking, not missing a beat, she goes, you know that nigger Whoopi Goldberg. And I was like,
oh my
what?
God.
She did not just, on this bus from Typhoon fucking Lagoon, this 12-year-old girl did not just say that nigger Whoopi Goldberg. Like, I know that did not just happen, but it happened. And I was like, it blew my mind that anybody would just drop that word in casual conversation where other people could hear you. Like, I'm from the North, okay? And in the North, people hide their racism. You know, they don't... Well, they do. They absolutely do. I'm not lying. Ask anybody who's from the North. If you think that people from the North aren't racist, that's just marketing. That's what that is. They are just as racist. They just won't necessarily say it out in public. Unlike, I think, in the South at times, where folks are maybe a little more liberal with that type of thing. Liberal in terms of acting that way, not so much liberal in terms of social thinking. Get that crest. Oh, come on, spicy aioli. God damn, dude just ran right by.
Do you even know how to play this game, bro?
I mean,
oh my god.
Like, I died and he just ran right by the quest. Sure. The quest. The crest. What is it? Junkyard, junk rat, whatever.
Yeah, fuck that. We know what it is. Shit. Ah! Fuck, I got killed going for a quest.
Yeah, I saw it right behind you. I got killed too.
That happens.
Spicy aioli.
That J-Lo's fucking supercell just melted me.
So,
I'm sorry. I'm impressed at how well we're doing here.
Like, me too. We should do nothing but iron.
Horribly, and this is going great.
I
don't even care. Like, this has been fantastic.
That dude fucking Titan punched me into next week.
I am whipping that ass though. Good.
You're doing really good. I got a hands-off thing. I don't.
Damn.
So.
Did we win? Let's go to the tower since we keep getting these medallion things.
We lost. What do those things do?
I don't know.
Alright. So.
But no, like I said, like I was. It's amazing to me. Oh shit, son! What'd I get? 361 cloak. Alright, it's alright.
340 boots. What the fuck is that business?
That's what I got a minute ago. But no, I had. Have you seen?
You got
Scrubs?
The best thing.
Yeah, I did. That's how I do it.
Have I seen Scrubs? Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah.
All right, so I had, when I worked, the first job that I had after the sawmill, I worked at a textile plant, and I had a very JD/Turk relationship with a black guy named Wayne, and it amazed me just how many people would say these terrible things and just thought I was going to be like, yeah, I agree completely.
Really?
I'm like, you were talking to the wrong one, dude. Like,
right.
Yeah, that is so not me. I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
But well, but I was to go back to your original point. Yeah, I was completely like almost taken aback by the use of that word in the show because I wasn't expecting it.
No, and in part because I can't remember for Daredevil, Jessica Jones whether they swear. I know in Bloodline they swear all the time, which is hilarious because you're watching Coach from Friday Night Lights. Every other word that comes out of his mouth is fuck. And I'm like, all right, just because you can say it doesn't mean it's got to be like, will you fucking pass me the fucking butter? Fuck nuts, But now one of the criticisms I read of the show is that Mike Colton, who I don't know, did you ever watch Good Wife?
No.
That was one of my favorite shows. He played a drug dealer named Lamont Bishop in that show, and he was defended by Alicia Florrick's law firm. And he was that perfect combination of menace and charisma, and you didn't know like which way things were going to go. But one of the criticisms I read of the show is that they felt like he didn't have a personality, and I don't feel that way at all. I feel like he's just reserved, somewhat stoic, but not like blah.
Well, yeah, like honestly, the episode that I watched today with the flashback to all the prison stuff, I mean, they touched on that. He's like, yeah, the last person I talked to or trusted, this is what happened. So yeah, of course, that's part of the character. Like, that didn't bother me at all.
Well, and I also feel like, I mean, just if you think about the fact, like, what he's capable of doing, I'm not so sure this is somebody who is just going to fly off the handle. Like, part of, I think, him living with the powers that he has is an understanding that he's got to be able to control it because shit could go sideways real quick if he doesn't. So I'm not really sure where that criticism comes from. I don't know if it's just, the characters isn't clicking with people or what.
The only thing that I kind of noticed today, because I got to the, spoiler alert, got to the episode today where he went to the, whatever they call the place, and basically wrecked shit with the car door and all that.
Yeah.
So he gets to that last room, and he's like, yeah, bring that shit on. And I was like, oh shit, son, it's about to go down. And then, and like 15 people go into the room.
Yeah.
And it was the most boring fight scene.
I agree with you.
Seen.
I agree with you. I was like, when he was like swinging the couch around, I'm like, I kind of thought this would be the fight scenes. They do get better. There's some better stuff going on as you get going.
Better shit happened in the I thought in the prison flashback.
Yes.
Like that was good. And then I was like, yeah, okay. Well, but then again, he's human there, so I get that maybe part of it. You know, he's like, I'm invincible. Hey, you know, just everybody walk in one at a time, real quick. I'll break your shit, and then we'll move on.
Right.
But you know, when he was in prison, he had to like actually do work. So maybe that was part of it. Like I don't know, but.
Well, there are some fight scenes later on in further episodes that are better. So.
Okay.
But I'm interested to see just kind of where the show goes. Like, I don't really have any... Like, I know enough about Daredevil. When I was watching Daredevil, it'd be like, okay, at some point Stick should show up, the Hand should show up. Like, I kind of had an expectation of things. I don't know anything about it, so I have no expectation at all as to what is going to happen over the course of the season.
The only thing I'm interested in, because we all know that Iron Fist is next, I'm wondering how into that we're going to get.
I would be surprised if we were. I mean, only because, Daredevil, there was no lead into Jessica Jones. And Jessica Jones, there was no lead into the second season of Daredevil. There was a lead into to Luke Cage, so it could go either way.
Yeah, I think that,
Want to do another match?
Sure, why not? I think that at this point, though, it's sort of common knowledge that all of this shit is leading towards the Defenders.
Yes.
And so I'm wondering, at some point, they're going to start having this shit really tie together. And so I'm kind of interested to see just, how, if the show at all, and it may not. Now, I kind of hope it doesn't, because I want this to just be Luke Cage's show, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And then, we'll do Iron, maybe have Danny Rand show up, but, like, not know who he is.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what happens. But, like, I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see what they do with the whole Defenders thing.
Yeah, me too. But that's a ways away. But yeah. So it's funny because I was talking to my wife and she was like, one of the criticisms that she read was that, they don't really talk about anything that happens in like any of the other like Marvel things, and I was like, but they do. Like, I mean, you got that guy in the street corner selling bootleg DVDs of the incident, and then that later on, the incident itself does play a role, and you haven't seen it yet, but it does play a role in something pretty significant.
Okay.
And what I was saying to Lynn, I was like, well, even though these things are all in the same universe, like they've pretty well established, and they've said that you're not going to see the same level of crossover as you do in the movies. I mean, Disney, they own ABC, and they own Marvel, and the best they could do in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show was to get Sam Jackson to show up for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to have, like, Captain America knocking on Luke Cage's door. Like, I mean, it's just not going to happen. And I think people that expect that shouldn't, especially by now. Like, they've met it. Not to mention, it's just a different... There's a different... It's not a different class of heroes. It's a different... Like, there's street-level heroes. There's cosmic-level heroes. Like, they just don't travel in the same circles, so to speak. And I don't think I would want them to show up.
No, I don't either. But they do. Like, I like the fact that they even just acknowledge it, because they don't have to. Even outside of the bootleg guy and the thing I haven't seen yet, even like they even mentioned that. Like the therapist or the lady from the group thing at the prison is like, you're one of them. And then the guy says something about, I'm not turning in my whatever for a magical hammer. Like, I can't
right.
And shit like that. Like, they reference it quite often, actually, just in the first 4 episodes.
Right. Now, what thing... I was trying to remember today. I could not remember how Jessica Jones got her powers. Did you read any of the Aliens comics to be able to...
Not really. Okay. I gave it a shot just because it was Bendis, and at that time I read everything he wrote. But I couldn't get into it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I remember reading it and liking it. Well, she's strong, she's durable, she's kind of like Luke Cage. She can fly. It's more like she can jump. It's
Right.
she's not to the same kind of degree. Dirk, why are people not picking up these motherfucking crests? Fine, I'll get them. Y'all don't want them.
I think he's all about those crests, though.
Well, that's the whole point of the goddamn game, for Christ's sake.
I know. What really sucks is like this Iron Banner does not count towards your thing in the book for like picking up certain like the crest and that, or it doesn't count, which sucks because it's the same goddamn game mode. But
You mean the quest, the Supremacy quest?
yeah,
It doesn't.
well, like in the book, like it says, you know,
I got
pick up
stuff.
X
I got
amount
shit
of,
in the book. Oh,
Yeah,
but I
but
think it
it's
was. I
like-
think it was Crucible wins.
Yeah, it's not Iron Banner stuff. It's not like the Supremacy mode stuff.
I got
At least mine's not counting. And I looked at it last night. I was like, hell yeah, I'm doing all this Supremacy shit, filling out the book, and I was like, I have zeros.
Dignity is yours.
God damn it. Get him. There we go. So are there any other shows that you're going to be watching this fall that you're into?
Well, Walking Dead, of course. It's coming
Oh,
back.
right. I gotta get caught up on that.
I basically know who, I'm not going to say, but I know who dies.
Oh, do you really? How do you know that?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They haven't said officially, but all these, like, the Spoiling Dead, all these groups, like, and shit online, they pretty much let the cat out of the bag at this point.
Alright, well, I'm gonna ask you. When the show ends, I'll ask you.
Alright. We'll see if I'm right. But from what I'm reading, and there's two. There's not just one.
Really?
Which Jeffrey Dean Morgan even said that. He's like, how do you know it's just one? So he kind of hinted that there's more than one. And it makes sense because one of the characters died in the comic way before where we're at. And they're sort of, looks like they're kind of playing catch up with, hey, this person's dead at this point in the book, so we have to kill this one and this one. So.
Huh. Alright, well then I think I know who it is then. Interesting.
Sorry.
No, I don't care. God damn it.
I don't know. I just
Go get those crests.
shot.
Go get them. There we go.
I got shotgun in the back.
Hey, I'm in first place.
But other than Walking Dead, there's not, like, Flash is back, and I'll get into that. I missed the first episode. I missed the first episode of Gotham also. I'll get into that.
Yeah, I have those
on
tape.
Nothing that American Horror Story has been fucking phenomenal. So
Yeah, it has been. I am really enjoying this season.
Yeah. This has the potential to be my favorite season of that show ever.
Yes.
So,
yes.
We'll see.
Absolutely.
But it's been fucking good, so I hope it keeps it up. Like, I hope it
Is Gaga on this season?
I haven't seen her yet, where I'm at.
Well, is she supposed to be, though? I guess is the question.
I don't know, because I don't keep up with it that closely.
Okay. Me neither. Clearly.
I just kind of watch it when it comes on. If I like it, I keep watching it. If I don't, I'll stop.
Do you watch, oh shit, what is it? Scream Queens?
Yeah, I kinda.
I love that show. I shouldn't.
I do. I'm just way behind because, I can't watch it when the kids are home. And it's one of those things where I was really into it, but the dialogue got to the point where I was like, all right, well, I can't watch this.
Yeah.
And it sucks because Jacob was really into it, and he would ask me, like, hey, are we going to watch Scream? I was like, nope, we're not.
We sure aren't. Not anymore.
Like, we want to, but we can't, so...
God damn it. I'm just giving them kills at this point. Yeah, well, most of the stuff I watch, I just throw it on my iPad. I have one of those DVRs that let me throw shows on my iPad, and I just watch them there. So I'm gonna have a couple shows like that I watch at home, like Sunday mornings or whatever.
I got tethered. Let me out.
Heavy ammo available. Only 5 minutes left.
All right, well, that's probably a good place to call it while we finish up this round.
Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of like, I'm talking, but I'm not talking.
No shit, man, so am I. I'm gonna kill this guy, hopefully. Maybe not. Oh, I just bounced a fucking grenade off. God damn it. Nope, who's back? No crest for you, motherfucker. No. Goddamn right.
Hell yeah. There it is.
So thank you so much for joining us on this episode 6 of Divided by Werewolves. Really appreciate you hanging out with us. You can, I don't know what we'll do next week in terms of what we'll talk about, but hopefully we'll both have Gears of War 4 that we can play, and we can chainsaw some locusts in the face.
Hell yeah.
Next up for me, let's see, I am picking up Mafia 3 on Friday. So,
oh yeah,
y'all can,
I'll stream that. Like I'm
gonna start streaming it Friday night. So you can enjoy my my crime-filled romp through fake 1968 New Orleans or 69, whatever it is. So thank you so much for joining us. Look forward to spending some more time with you in the next couple weeks. And for Mitch and myself, I guess until we talk to you next time, have a good evening.